everyone, this is Kurt. We're going to do Unit 9 Conversation 2. I hope you're ready. Please get your book or handout ready. Today we're going to talk about would you care for some dessert? And we're going to learn about how to describe food, offering additional food or drink, and offering other suggestions. Now, please listen to the conversation. First, I want you to listen very carefully. Then, I want you to read along. Then, the third time, I want you to try to shadow it. Here we go.
Conversation 2. Would you care for any dessert?
Okay, so that's 2 chicken burritos and 1 order of nacho chips with spicy salsa.
Could you tell me what gazpacho is, please?
Sure, it's a spicy soup served cold. It's made from tomatoes and vegetables.
That sounds good. I'll have one of those, please.
Would you like something to drink with that?
Do you have any iced tea?
I'm sorry, we don't. We have lemonade or soda.
I'll have lemonade then.
Make it 2.
Would you like to order a dessert now?
No, thank you. We'll wait until later.
You know, they have fantastic flan here.
They do? Well, maybe we could split one. We'll have 1 flan, please.
Would you like me to bring 2 spoons?
Yes, please. That's a good idea.
Well done. Now let's go to the next slide. Here we can see the word dessert. Dessert. We can see that dessert is spelled D-E-S-S-E-R-T. And if I take away 1 S from the word dessert, it becomes the word desert. So, dessert minus sugar equals desert. 甜点减掉糖变成沙漠. Isn't that fun? Now next, let's look at the word burritos. Burritos. Would you care for some burritos? 你会想要吃一点墨西哥卷饼吗? We can see that some burritos are huge. Here is a big burritos and a baby next to it. So, would you care for some burritos? Not babies. Next, we see the word gazpacho. Gazpacho. It depends on whether you are pronouncing it in Spanish or English. In English, we would probably say gazpacho, but in Spanish, I believe it is pronounced gazpacho. Gazpacho. Would you care for some gazpacho? Would you care for some gazpacho? Gazpacho is usually spicy and it is served cold. Next, we see a drink that is very common. It's called lemonade. Lemonade. Would you care for some lemonade? We can see there's lemon and lemonades on the picture to your left. And then we can see many bottled lemonades. And we can see 2 little girls selling lemonade. It is usually called a lemonade stand. Soda. Soda. Pop. Pop. Would you care for some soda? Would you care for some pop? We can see there are many varieties of soda out there. Flan. Flan. Would you care for some flan? It is usually only used in the United States. It is a type of sweet dessert made of a smooth, thick custard covered with caramel. And very often, there are fruit flans. It is made out of fruit. Would you care for some flan? Would you care for some flan? Fantastic! We can see a movie poster of the lately released movie called Fantastic Four. It is being released many times. I haven't seen it yet. Let me know if you like it. Fantastic. fantastic. Split, split. Now we can see the word is being spelled S-P-L-I-T. But when you have S and P together, you don't pronounce it as sp, you pronounce it as sp. So the word is pronounced split, split. Now, so there are many kind of meaning for the word split. On the left, we can see there are split ends. It's when your hair split in the end. 头发分叉会被叫做 split. Then next, we can see a girl who is probably a dancer, and she is doing a split. 劈腿 is also called split. 所以只要是分叉、分开、劈开、切开都可以是 split. And there's another dessert is called banana split or fruit split. It is usually fruit served with ice creams. Would you care for some split? Would you care for some split? Corn chowder, corn chowder, corn, corn, chowder, chowder, cream, cream, creamy. Would you care for some corn chowder? Raw, raw. We can see a picture here with all the raw food. Raw food are very popular right now because it is considered a very healthy diet. When a food is raw, it means it is not cooked. For example, when you have sushi, it is usually cooked rice with a piece of raw fish or seafood on it. Raw. Would you care for some sushi? Takoyaki, takoyaki. We can see here an octopus, some flour, a flower, and the word OCT. Takoyaki in Chinese is 章鱼小丸子. So obviously it is made out of octopus. And here I put two words next to each other. One is flour, flour. Another one is flower, flower. We can say it is spelled differently and it is pronounced differently. But the sound of these two words are very similar. So you can practice it. Flower, 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 flower. And the prefix OCT means 8. Remember last time we talked about October being actually the 8th month. But because of Julius Caesar and Augustine, the month of October is being moved back to mean the 10th month in the year. Would you care for some takoyaki? Would you care for some takoyaki? Kimchi, kimchi. Once again, this is not a word in English. It is a Korean word, like the word before was a Japanese word. This one is a Korean word. Would you care for some kimchi? Kimchi are basically pickled cabbages, and it is spicy and it is delicious. I love kimchi. Pickled cabbages. Kimchi. Would you care for some kimchi? Ginger ale. Ginger ale. Ginger, we can see on the picture to your left. Ginger is very healthy, very good for you. The word ginger also means basically redhead. It is reddish, orangey, kind of like orange color. And we can see a ginger kid here. And ginger ale is basically something that you made out of ginger. Would you care for some ginger ale? Would you care for some ginger ale? Cappuccino. Would you care for some cappuccino? Would you care for some cappuccino? Now, there is a word with many meanings. Roll, roll, roll. Roll can mean bread. They are usually small bread. And it can also means something that you roll up. It can be an egg roll, a spring roll. It can also mean paper rolls, film rolls. We can see in the picture kitchen rolls, toilet rolls, a roll of paper, many rolls of paper. And the word roll can also used to roll your eyes. When you feel annoyed, you roll your eyes. You can also roll dices. You can roll a dice or roll dices. And you can roll on the ground. And also, if you put ER in the end, it has many more meanings. For example, roller coaster. Things with little wheels and you roll around in it. So it's a roller coaster. And the girl on the right top hand corner is rollerblading. Rollerblade. And it's roller skate. So that was Person to Person Unit 8 Conversation 2 Part 1. Next time we're going to talk more about how to offering additional food. Until then, take care. Bye.